Hi everybody, welcome back to the shop. Hopefully there's not a whole lot of cars today, and it's hot. I'm sweating out here. Well, I guess the whole country here has been in a heat wave. It's ridiculous. Alright, today I've got 5 videos, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate little videos that I'm going to show on just different things that are getting me. The first one that you're going to see here is I'm just sharing an idea. I was thinking about a problem that I've always had, and all of a sudden it dawned on me, hey, just make this thing. So, first video that you're going to see here is just sharing this one little idea, and maybe it'll spark something for somebody or help somebody else. The second one is, I've always had comments on how loud the lathe is and the end mill, and they're not that loud. I don't know why, but the camera loves to amplify absolutely everything except for my voice. So I have to go in and edit my voice in this intro and make it louder. So the next little piece you're going to see, I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this, but I want to try in SoundForge. I've got Sony SoundForge. I'm going to try to edit the audio so that I can run a machine and I can play it on the computer and it sounds the same, so that you guys can actually hear how quiet these machines are. Because I did an addition or a mod here to the end mill and it just killed noise. It was beautiful. So I'm not sure how I'm going to edit it. I think I want to try to play like a quick section of the lathe running the way it records it really loud, and then probably freeze the video, and then all you'll hear is audio of how it actually sounds to stand here and listen to it, and it's really quiet. So that'll be the next video. The third video, I'm just going to show, I remember everybody saw that spindle and that thing that I was making, that I can put a wrench on it to be able to tighten up the ER32 collets or whatever I want to do. So it worked out great, so I'm just going to do a quick show and tell of that. The next fourth video is just going to be a bunch of little general stuff, kind of show and tell, teach a little bit, and so on. And then the last video, I have to hide it back here. As you can see, there's a box behind me. Got a new shop toy. So the last piece that you're going to see is opening up this toy and what it's all about. So I hope everybody enjoys. Catch you later. Yeah, I just wanted to shoot this before showing the new toy. Tons of times I'm trying to hold 2 pieces of wire together so that I can butt solder them, and I'm always trying to put something on top of one wire to hold it and do it. So, and it's always been a pain. And I've been looking at those contraptions where they have the 2 alligator clips and the magnifying glass and all that, but I'm thinking, you know, store that? I don't know. They're kind of expensive. They look good, but they look cheap at the same time. They look like the base is so small they're going to fall over. So I had an idea. I was thinking, you know, I've already got this thing, so why not make something that goes in this that's easy to store. Just took a 1/4 inch, clean it up, drill a hole in it, put the alligator clip in it, and I'm done. It'll hold it. Burp. And it's so flexible I can hold it in any which way to solder it. I can put it real low to the bench so I can rest my hand on the bench and be nice and sturdy, no movement or whatever, and solder. So there it is, just my little quick idea. Just soldered a piece of heavy gauge, I think it was like 12 gauge in here, drilled the hole and just jammed it in there. I managed to get a drill bit that was just the right size to make it work. So I'm set now with something small that holds the 1 wire. So let's see how it works out. Alright, just an idea. Alright, here's the noise. Now I gotta walk in front of the camera. But let's turn it on first. Dirt. So that's the normal speed that I run it at. and it's really quiet here, but for some reason when I play it in the camera, in the video, it sounds terrible. So I am going to have SoundForge by Sony. I'm going to try to edit the audio and run this and then play it and get it to the exact sound level so you guys can hear what it sounds like really when you're standing here. The other one is the mill. I had, you'll see it here in a second. There it is. I just took a piece of leather because in all the videos when I'm playing it you hear this whining noise and it's coming out of the motor. So I tried a piece of felt first and it kind of killed it, not a whole lot. But then when I put a piece of leather on it, I need to cut it a little bit shorter so it got more air. This is ridiculously quiet. So again, for some reason the camera is making it sound terrible. I just barely hear the motor here. I'm going to hear more of the cutting noises than anything else. So I'm going to try to again work with the audio track and get it so you guys can hear what it really sounds like. But wrap a piece of leather around there and you'll see for yourself that nasty whine is gone. So alright, well there it is. It's got the Allen in it and it seems like it stays. I've already put the 3/8 wrench on it and cranked down on the collet pretty hard. So I think that's cool. It's kind of fun too while things are spinning, just put your fingers on there. I don't know. But yeah, it also does the other purpose. If I have the chuck on here, somebody made a comment quite a while back that I need to, now that I've got all the gears all cleaned up, I need to make a plug here. So when the chuck is in here, the chips don't go falling down into my nice clean gears. So this, and I realized, you know, hey, wait a minute, I'm using ER32 collets. So you can't get chips in there because the collets block it all. But if I put the chuck on, this is going to block it, so that'll be nice. Alright, let's go back over to the bench and unbox the new toy. Here we are at the bench again. Now this is the Harbor Freight scissors that either wait for a coupon and you get it for free, or you can buy them off the shelf, but be aware if you apply more than 10 pounds worth of force, what happens. So not bad. I mean, they lasted quite a while. Used it quite a bit, but tried to cut something a little tough with it and it didn't hang in there. So I guess that goes in the trash. Okay, next up, nuts and bolts. Just wanted to share this in case people don't know. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, put a bunch of them out there. Nuts and bolts have grades on them, and it's embedded on the head. Wrong one. I showed that one. If there's nothing at all shown on the head, then it's the lowest grade there is. But then it comes up to, here's another one. You can see the three little lines on it. That's the next grade up. So I just wanted people to be kind of aware. Nuts are also supposed to have a grade on it, and none of these actually have any markings on them. But you can go on Google Images, wherever, and yeah, this guy did it weird. It's just, there's 3 marks, but there's one here, here, and here, not in a perfect triangle type shape. You can go on Google Images and you can research it. Now this one I found, it was kind of weird. It just says MR and some weird symbol at the bottom. This had to be rated really high. Long time ago, my brother-in-law got his first car. He was a teenager and he wanted to clamp the springs and make it look radical. So we went out, bought the clamp kit, and it had some claws that went on the bottom and the top of the coils. And this was the nut, one of the nuts that was used to clamp those down. So I know this had to be really hardened or special, and actually there's nothing on the nut at all, which is surprising because this is not something you want to have break loose while you're driving down the freeway, because your spring's going to probably get you out of control. So just wanted people to know, because if you're replacing something on your car, a nut or a bolt, make sure you pay attention to the grade and replace it with the same grade or better. So Oh, the stainless one had some. Yeah, just stainless had. No, I know you can't see it. It's a line with 3 dashes through it, and I couldn't find anything about what that means. But I did research some of the stainless, and some of the markings are just how well it doesn't rust. So, solar system's been doing good. It's been generating at least 20 kilowatt hours per day, which is great. So that's going to take me out of tier 3, most definitely. Always had the scalpel blades, but I never had a scalpel handle. So I went on Amazon and found for $4 or whatever, they give you 3 or 4 blades and the handle. This is a number 3, and I can't for the life of me get the blades on it that came with it. I had contacted the seller through Amazon, and they said they were going to send out another handle, and that was weeks ago. So I don't think I'm going to get one from them. Don, if you can tell me or send me a link where you got your handle from, because I don't want to go back on Amazon or risk more garbage here, but it's kind of scary too, trying to push that thing on. You slip. Well, it says in here it's a number 3. And the blades that I sent you, Don, also say you use a number 3 handle, and these blades match those blades, so I don't know. Want to get a scalpel sooner or later. Inserts. I don't have one of the things here, but after making this, I was starting to make this guy. I'm not done with it, but after doing that last insert holder, I started thinking, what is there? There must be a torque rating to this screw that holds the insert. And what did I do? Oh, I went on NYCNC. I figured there's a huge audience, and I posted the question, what is the torque for these screws? And somebody else responded back, and he was really good, and he said it was what, 0.8 to 1 nm. I forgot what that stood for, newtons per meter, something like that. And I replied back saying, where did you get this information? And he said it was on all of the little torque wrenches, you know, the ones that look like a flag with the torques out here. And I pulled out, because I always store mine, because I have the nice torque set. And I always store all mine, so I took every one of them out and looked at them all, and none of them have a torque rating on them. So I was surprised. And I had done, before posting the question, just research for hours trying to find anything that said that, and the only thing I found was they said the torque rating should be stamped on the insert holder. And so I went and looked at thousands of pictures of insert holders, and not one of them had the torque on it. And it made sense, because you know the threads are here and they know what inserts go in it, so this guy should have the torque rating on it. So you guys check, I'd love to hear you check all of your little flag wrenches and see if there's a torque rating on them. Or if anybody knows more, please post a comment. I'd like this to kind of get people tuned in to torquing down the screws. I had this guy, I bought a set. This one is, what is this? No, this is ounce inches, and the other one's inch pounds or something like that. And I bought the 2 of them, and they had all the torques and a bunch of other stuff in there, and I think it was around $40. But I bought this, what's the inspection sticker say? 84. Yeah, I bought it in 84, but I looked it up today, and this alone, I think it was on Granger's site, is $343. Ouch. But I do crank on the screw pretty hard with that Weeha set. And so I went and checked everything, and this tightens it up considerably more. So just to let you guys know, you're probably all just doing it by hand and cranking on it pretty hard, saying, okay, that's good enough. Well, this does it quite a bit more. Oh, and I tuned, I set this, did the conversion, and set this basically for 0.9 nm. And that works out to be, what was it? I oh, I can't read it, but something below 6 ounce inches. But also realizing that the guy made a comment, it's like, you know, everything out there has a torque rating to it, and it just dawned on me, yeah, you're right. So let me check out collets. That was an easy one to find. Took me 2 seconds to find torque ratings for ER32 collets, and it's 100 foot-pounds. There's no way I'm going to crank on this to 100 foot-pounds. That, I don't know if any of you guys out there have played with torque wrenches and you get up there to 70, 80 foot-pounds. That is a tremendous amount of force, so I'm just going to continue to tighten this by hand. It's been successful. The run out is minimal. Oh, and I did look at some data sheets. I had printed one out. I don't have it here, but the guaranteed run out, they do it out on lengths. They'll say from here to here. If you put an indicator here, you're going to have this run out from here to here, and so on. So that was kind of interesting to see that. And it is really small. I think it was like 2/10 that they guarantee. But this stuff coming from you know where. Actually, they've been very, very good. I haven't seen anything move. And every time I go to touch off in the lathe, it's just perfect circle all the way around. The second I just barely touch it. So the run out is really nice. The new toolbox that I showed in the last video, there was some junk in the bottom drawer of it, and this was in there. Get rid of that. Oh yeah, this guy was pretty easy. I'm waiting for the insert, but all I did was fly cut the back, then fly cut the bottom, so I've got the finish. Then I took it down, so I'm 3/8 here. Then, yeah, I just put it on an angle block, 5 degrees, angle block, fly cut at 5 degrees. Took this down, and in doing so, I had that brand new set from Grizzly of end mills, and I was cranking on it. This is the 5/8, right? I wasn't doing that deep a cut, and I was going. Was I going down? No, I was just going in. I was at depth. And when I had about 100 thousandths left to go, I realized the whole machine was vibrating. And I looked at the tip, and the tip is destroyed on it. And I was using oil and stuff like that, so I don't know what happened. This is their 5/8 by 5/8 high-speed steel set. I did phone Grizzly. Excellent customer support. They put me right into the technical department within a few minutes, and the guy was going to do everything he could because he knew I told him I bought the whole set from Amazon, so he stayed with it. So fantastic customer service still. He's took the Amazon order number and created this document, and he's sending it over to the Grizzly Amazon purchasing crew with a copy of the invoice and everything to see what they can do to get me another one. But even this one, so I said, okay, I got to finish this. This is the 11/16 by 5/8. I had like 100 thousandths to go, and I was just taking 5,000 cuts, 4 or 5 cuts, boom, it wiped out. So I don't know what happened. This is 1018. This is not that hard, but they're just messed up. So let's see what happens. Hopefully Amazon always takes care of you. But back to this guy. This is really old. You know, I mean, it's a mess, all looking like this. So I just put it on the belt sander and kind of cleaned up some of the stuff. But I can't save this blade. I put this on the belt sander for a bit. So this, it's a shame. I already have one. It's a cheap one. But in what, the 30-40 years I've had it, I've used it maybe once or something. Where'd the spacer go? There's a spacer that was with this thing. Oh, there's the screw for it, which is brass also. But, oh, there it is, yeah. It looks like handmade leather. Somebody had it in there to keep this blade from moving. So, and to get it apart, you just spread it, because there's a thing poking up that keeps this. You can see it. Up, see. So you just spread it apart and you can lift it out of there. But a shame, this is probably just going to go in the trash can, because there's nothing I can do with it, and like I said, I don't use it that often either. The other cool kind of thing was the use and care of taps. I kind of like, I was just going through this. It goes through a lot of different stuff and reading it, and where was there was something about damaging, there it is, yeah. Correct chamfer cuts, threads, and uneven, and all the problems that you can get into, and it makes sense, you know, with the bottom plugs and taper plugs and stuff. So it was, they even show you how to grind all your taps, which I'm sure is all over YouTube anyway. But it was an interesting book, and looking at it too. Yeah, Bayside, it's Cleveland. The Cleve company here was making the taps. When was this published? 1965. So it's a pretty old book. It kind of looks like it from the graphics on it too, Bayside. So I thought that was a real interesting find. The other one was, this guy was crazy. This was so covered and disgusting, I didn't even want to touch this thing. There was some kind of a white film, not even a film, it was a buildup, and you touch it and stuff would fall off of it. So I said, what the heck, and I ran it through the drill press wire brush and knocked all the junk off, and then hit it with the buffer, and I can't believe, I don't know what this thing's made out of to come out so nice. I flitzed this, but so I'm pretty sure this is a tap wrench, kind of a strange bird, but with this little teeny groove in it. I mean, you could have made it bigger. No, actually, if you wanted to hold a teeny tap, but so I guess I'll just throw this in with my dad's old tools, just for grins and giggles, because I can't really throw something like this out. I don't know how old it is, but it's kind of cool. Whatever they made it out of, it's smooth as all get out, no pits, nothing. Alright, what else have I got here? This I ordered for the truck. It's kind of a kick, but they're just for the door panels, the little snap things, because I gotta redo all the door panels on it. But what got me was reading this thing, new since 1918. Huh? What do you mean new since 1918? What's new? What? Huh? So that's just kind of got me scratching my head. Dorman, what, is Dorman new? I don't know. But, just kind of curious. Alright, so enough of that, and I'll take you over to the lathe and show you that new spindle lock thing that I finally got the screw for. Alright, here we are on the bench, like we haven't been here before. Alright, I know everybody has seen the magnifying glass that's over the granite surface, and I know everybody's heard me say that I'm always looking at things under the 10x eye loop. So what we have here in this box, I can bring it up on my screen so I can read it. There it is. This is an AM scope SE 400-Z professional binocular stereo microscope. As I figure over on the other side of the shop, I'm going to build another bench and move all this stuff over there and kind of make it like an electrical workstation and maybe an inspection station. But so here's the microscope. A little bit of damage on the box, but let's see what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it's going to be really nice, but let's see. Because this is 10x and it has 20x eyepieces. Oh, nice catalog. AM scope. There you go. Customer information sheet. Caution, please keep all packaging material. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So there's all their stuff, I guess. That's pretty nice. And I guess we tilt it down to get it out of here, huh? Oh, I see things on the top already here. Wow. That must be some lenses. Oh, static electricity, folks. Oh, all the hair on your arm stands up. So, oh, okay. They've got this sitting there for some reason, but interestingly enough, it says up. So I guess we got to keep it that way. Why do they have to put an angle in it? Make it difficult to open. Well packaged. Doesn't look like the damage on the box caused any damage to this. Almost there. I think so. Yep, there. Alright. Throw that over there. Let's see what it looks like. Boom. Whoa. Whoa. Packaged pretty nice here. Not sure why they put these on the outside. This must be the probably the 20X. Yeah, there's lenses in there already. Bingo, pretty nice, pretty nice. Oh yeah, it says on the box right there, 20X. A nice foam in there. So this is well packaged, guys. So let's see how we do it here. Wow. Alright. Ooh, heavy. Very heavy. Take that out. Take this out, and get rid of the box. Oh, definitely nice looking. And being shipped completely from overseas, this is heavy duty, guys. Wow. And here's the LED light source. Rubber bands on it. I mean, well packaged. Wow, there's a big LED in there. Let's see. Why is that hitting that? Oh, because you're supposed to raise it up. There we go. And a power cord. Standard kind of PC power cord. Plug it in. The power switch is on the back of it. Well, I guess not plug it in yet. Alright, there's a couple pieces here for something. Probably should look at the picture. Picture's worth 1,000 words. Oh, they have silica gel in here. Alright, so I take it, this goes on here. There's a flat spot on it. Oh, that must be, wow, put this on crooked, huh? Oh, the handle's loose. Nothing a little lock there. Little locking compound, can't fix. Why is that not going on? There we go. Screw the handle in. Looks like I need to loosen some stuff up here to straighten this out. Why they put it in so crooked, I don't know. Whoa, that's heavy duty. Oh, it turns here. Well, okay. I probably want to straighten that out, but... Hey. So, there it is, folks. Time will tell what it's like, and I might wind up buying the camera that goes in here, or one of the lenses, so I can look at it on the computer. Might as well plug it in and see what happens here, huh? Bam. Oh, not plugged in well. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty bright to read stuff. And, okay, this is focus right here. Yep, there it is. So we have focus and stuff, so, well, that's it. The AM Scope SE400Z. This should be interesting. There's lots of room here. I mean, I can put a whole printed circuit board under here if I have to do some repair or something like that. Alright, well, I just thought I'd share that with everybody. It looks pretty cool, and there's a lot of adjustment here for height and stuff. Oh, what is that? Some kind of lock. Boy, that's really a nice finish. So they did a pretty nice job with this guy here. I'm impressed with the chrome plating. It's all beautiful on it. Oh yeah, and it ran $199. So basically $200. It was prime shipping, so I didn't have to worry about the size of it. Oh, this is 1X on it, huh? Alright, because if you remove one of the eyepieces, I wonder what the camera sees. How do you remove it? Oh, there's a focusing here. So I guess you focus it with your right eye, and then you can focus and compensate your left eye. And they should move apart, right? Yep, there they are. Nice. Boy, and it's a good feeling too. Alright, so that's it, guys. Alright, just let you guys see. Yeah, this is really, really nice, but that's how high up you got to take it to focus on that. And I can see clearly with both eyes stereo that this end mill is wiped out. What was I going to do? Yeah, I may have to wind up raising this up more or something, because that's a long way out. And this guy looks like it's just, you know, this little blue. You can see every little dot that makes up that picture. Oh, they've also got, oh, they got a spare fuse in here. This is well worth it. I got to try the 25s. That's got to be ridiculous. Fuse, wrench for something. Eye cups here for putting on the lenses. Oh, and they have a cover. How nice is that? So I can protect this guy. Because I know the other magnifying glass over there, that costs a lot of money, but it's kind of gotten ruined here over time. But this is just insane. You can see the corner on this thing is just rounded out, and the light is just ample, big time. So I'm going to really enjoy this guy, and I got to build another bench and get this guy way out there, covered and protected. So set for it. There we go. Yeah, just to do a final piece. Took me a while to figure out how to change the eyepieces here to 20X. There's little screws here that evidently go into a groove that's in the lens, so you got to back them out pretty far and you pull it out. But 20X, that's ridiculous. It just became a microscope. If you want to look at blood cells, just go ahead and swap them out. So I don't think I'm going to be using the 20Xs at all. So the 10X is perfect. So if you guys are interested,